I love you.
Yes! Wow! Music can bring the best emotions out of people, and in the case of this Vocaloid song, it made people gay. Magnet is easily among the most beloved classic Vocaloid songs, but little did people know at the time that it had a dark secret of plagiarism. We're gonna learn about this song, its meaning, and why it caused the illustrator behind the song to be banished from the community. The year was 2009, and everyone was suffering. However, Vocaloid producer Minato-p was cooking up a song that would bring people together, north and south. And on April 30th, Minato found the cure: Magnet. The song quickly blew up on the Japanese video sharing website Nico Nico Doga, and it quickly spread over to YouTube in the Western world, where it blew up even more. There is something about this song that people really enjoyed, but many don't talk about. So let's figure it out. First things first, the cover art. It features Hatsune Miku standing next to Megurine Luka, a pink Vocaloid that was supposed to be the original Hatsune Miku. They're holding hands, blushing, and standing so close to each other that their microphones are stuck together. We can already assume that something freaky is happening between the two, and it helps that the instrumentals and the way the Vocaloids sing the lyrics of the song sounds like something you would hear in a romance film, when the two lovers are in separate locations but singing about their love for each other at the same time. Kind of like that one SpongeBob song. Alright, do Miku and Luka want to do something freaky? Let's go take a look at the lyrics.
A feeble fire is lit at the edge of my heart. Without my knowing, it spreads into burning passion. My butterfly flapped about aimlessly, leaving behind some powder on your hand.
What is this feeble fire that spreads into a burning passion? Well, it's love. That crush you develop in your gross little heart when you spot a hunky man in public. But what's this butterfly, and why did it leave behind some powder? Well, you know the saying about butterflies in one's chest? When you have a deep crush on someone, you tend to act differently around them. You try to advance into a relationship, and this powder could probably be the clues that you would leave behind to your crush, telling them that, oh, this nerd may like me.
Pulling apart our intertwined fingers.
Moving from our lips to our tongues.
What we're doing now might be unforgivable, and that's precisely why we're so fired up.
In this verse, it marks the first appearance of Luka's voice, and surprise surprise, holding hands, kissing with the tongue, something freaky is up in the house. This love between Miku and Luka was mutual and on fire. But they both know that something between them makes their love, quote unquote, unforgivable.
I want you to embrace me closely and reassure me. Please make me believe that this is not a sin.
I want you to kiss me and repaint my body. I want to be intoxicated and drowned in your charm.
Apparently, people who are deep in love go to the local Home Depot and steal half of their paint cans only to paint themselves purple.
I love being purple!
They know something ain't right, but they want to reassure each other that the world may see their love as wrong. And that's okay. Why are they repainting themselves? Well, not physically, but metaphorically. It's like painting your house or your toenails. You want them to look nice. And considering that both of them want to be drowned in each other's charm, I think it checks out.
It might be necessary for you to tie me up. If you love me, then show me some fidelity. I can't help but like weird things, so let's just go as far as we can go.
Tie me up. Wow. Things went from 20 to 100 real fast. This verse's most important line is how Luka can't help but like the weird people, which is probably directed at Miku. We all have our strange likes and dislikes, and that applies to love. In this case, it's two women who like women. Even Luka is a bit unsure on how long this could last, so she tells Miku to be a faithful partner to her. Maybe that's why she has a thing for tying up people?
What has been repeating is not a dream, but unmistakably realistic we.
I know as soon as we touch, we can't turn back. But that's fine.
For you're my
One and only love.
Miku and Luka are still talking about how they'll be faithful and all that kissy stuff. But what's very important here is that Miku doesn't sing one word in this verse. Your. Luka is trying to tell Miku that everything is going to be okay. I like to think that this song is told from Miku's point of view, mainly because...
As dawn breaks, I become uneasy and end up crying in tears. You whispered, "It's okay," to me, but were you also crying?
Miku woke up and started sobbing. I like to imagine that she had a nightmare about being abandoned by her pink counterpart, went to her window, and just started thinking.
Draw me closer, as if we are two magnets.
That even if we separate, we will reunite again.
Let's become one. It's okay not to be able to turn back.
That's fine.
For you're my one and only love.
This song overall talks about the power of love. Who cares if you're separated between countries, color, creed? When you find the one, it's impossible to go back to trash. So, TLDR, yes, this song is about Miku and Luka inventing lesbianism. And many people would agree because, for whatever reason, it led to people discovering that they were
Gay.
good for them. I don't have the same experience, so I thought of Magnet as one of those typical love songs that theater kids like. But damn, are those instrumentals fantastic. The music video blew up and quickly became a Vocaloid classic. You saw appearances in rhythm games, fan covers, and fan-made cosplays that feature the butterfly headphones. In an alternate universe, these would be the things that femboys wear. You also cannot forget the fan art of the album cover drawn by yunomi-p, which would also become widely adored. Yes, yunomi is a pun on you know me. Please laugh. They are most known for their high-quality drawings. Their style is very shoujo-esque, very nostalgic. Vocaloid producers were lining up to work with them back in the early days of the community, and it would have been cool to see where their art would go from the success of Magnet. But when you search their name in Google, autocorrect gives you,
Oh, what happened?
well, first, some context. In the art world, there is a huge difference between two similar yet different concepts. Referencing is using an existing photo to help you create something new and to build drawing knowledge, kind of like sculptors looking at a figure while doing their work. It's generally a well-accepted method on learning how to draw anything. Tracing, on the other hand, is exactly what it sounds like. You trace over an existing photo. It's a more controversial method, as some see it as stealing, a bad way of practicing, and even a crutch. But in my eyes, as long as you're honest about what you're doing and you don't claim the drawing as your own, then it's okay to do. The Japanese would disagree with that. Sometime in summer 2010, there were suspicions on Nico Doga about the art they had drawn and how it looked a little too good, a little too familiar. So, they used their detective brains to figure out the answer, and their findings was about to change the world forever. On July 31st, 2010, videos started popping up on Nico showcasing the evidence for plagiarism and tracing, and later there would be dedicated websites, blogs, and even a Wikipedia to make things easier for us. TLDR, Yumino likely traced their art beyond a reasonable doubt. The Magnet album cover? Traced from a DVD artwork of two women in a strikingly similar pose. Alright, what about this drawing of legs? It looks very similar to this stock image. Okay, how about this beautiful artwork of Luka in a traditional Japanese scene? What the f- And that's just the one-offs. In another of the songs they worked on, practically every scene has a traced asset. It was over for Yunomi. So logically, they deleted everything they posted on their social media and left an apology on their blog on August 2nd. It was rather sincere, but Japanese internet users spread the news of the incident across the country, which led back to the producers of the songs they worked on. Notably, with yunomi-p, they had to private the original magnet upload on Nico Doga and issue an apology. Mainly because Yunomi's art was being used in official CDs, so there is some legal gray waters there. It wouldn't be until sometime in 2018 where Minato would unprivate the Nico upload of Magnet after the scars of the incident healed. Who knew that a song about lesbians would have such a colorful backstory? This story of plagiarism will forever be attached to Magnet, and it had a pretty polarizing opinion in the Western world. Yeah, art with plagiarized references appearing on a commercial CD is very questionable, but posting it online for fun? A lot of the trace drawings originated from stock photos, and obtaining the copyright for them is very expensive. I think it would be fair to say that something as simple as the leg drawing, it should have been made more unique instead of traced. But something as complex as the crown or the iPod, I don't care, I would have done the same. Many people would agree nowadays that this situation was well overblown, and it didn't help that the internet was relentless until Yunomi got bullied offline.
I guess some things just never change in society, Batman.
But the cool thing is that Yunomi still managed to make something original and iconic, despite other pieces of dirty laundry. Abraham Lincoln once said, "Good artists borrow, great artists steal." And what they stole managed to make Magnet a beloved icon among gay people everywhere, I guess. It's a good song to listen to in the Starbucks line though.
The fuck?
Can I get lunch with you?
No!
Wow, this weather is awesome.